All right, people, you guys are listening to and or watching another Nomadic Cole video for your entertainment. Be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more cool, epic, awesome, funny content just like this one right here, right now, on the Nomadic Cole YouTube channel, because this shit is for your entertainment. That's right, people. This shit is for your entertainment. So again, be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get right into the video. So guys, before you guys think I'm crazy, I'm not no mind reader or nothing, but I'm going to give you guys my prediction for the 2024 presidential election. Now there's some wishy-washy stuff going on in the political landscape right now, and there's a lot of opportunities for some of these up-and-coming candidates. The two candidates I really think are very interesting going into this is Ron DeSantis for one, and two, RFK Jr. seems like real interesting candidates. However, we're going to put aside them for this video, and we're going to focus solely on a rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So Sleepy Joe Biden versus Donald J. Trump. We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this election going in. So going into this election, we already know that Joe Biden has done a horrible job as president. Joe Biden is being compared to the likes of Martin Van Buren, to the likes of Herbert Hoover, to the likes of Jimmy Carter. Those are the type of people that Joe Biden is being chalked up to the likes of, which is not good because those are some of the worst presidential candidates in history. And in my opinion, Joe Biden might be just better than Martin Van Buren. Just barely. Just barely. Yeah, maybe another candidate that also Joe Biden is being compared to is James Buchanan. He might be just a little bit. He might be just a little bit better than James Buchanan or Martin Van Buren. But he's real down there because they're not very. Those two aren't very good presidents. Not at all. They were not very good presidents. He's worse than Jimmy Carter. And economic policy-wise, he's about as bad as Herbert Hoover was in economic policy, using all the government spending and trying to save the economy, but failing miserably and flopping on his face. Some of the big issues that are going to be going on is Joe Biden's government spending. Other issues that are going to be going on is going to be the whole culture war type of politics, like the drag queens and shit in schools that are going to be very important and on the front lines. Another one is going to be gun violence and gun safety. That's been in the news. There's been a lot of school shootings recently, and that's going to be in the forefront of political discussion, on the media attention. Other issues might be free speech as well, which can be an issue due to the media trying to censor some people in the past. And Donald Trump could probably use that in his favor. Some minor issues will likely be the vaccines, as well as some environmental things. Oh, and also one more big issue is going to be the Ukraine war as well. That's going to be probably the last big issue. But other than that, yeah, I'd say your vaccine stuff, that's a little bit more minor, and environmental issues are going to be a little bit more minor this coming election. And Joe Biden, again, he has proven that he is terrible at foreign policy. He is funding a proxy war. He is proving that he is terrible at, economics. He just keeps spending money. He has not paid attention to a fentanyl crisis. He's not helping out at all, with any of these crises that are going on in America, including homelessness. He keeps rising the price of rent in the country, rising the price of the price of living, essentially. And also, we keep having under Biden, we keep having inflation. Now, it has gone down a little bit, to his credit, but still, inflation got real bad at one point, and even gas prices are hurting the American people at this point. And Joe Biden, not looking too good, not looking too shabby. Joe Biden is losing a lot of that anti-Trump momentum that came in the 2020 election. He's lost the independent voters. He has lost the uneducated, cultural Democrat voters. He's lost the lib left. He's even losing the Bernie bros and the neo-hippies. He's losing a lot of these groups of people and losing them fast. And unfortunately, if it comes down to Trump and Biden, unfortunately for Biden, I will say that Trump will take those votes, unfortunately for him. Because Trump can appeal to some of those people who feel like they've been wronged by Joe Biden, and it will be kind of a smack back at Joe Biden, that anti-Trump or an anti-Biden vote. Because last time was an anti-Trump vote. This time is an anti-Biden vote. Now, assuming there is no election fraud, which last time wasn't it wasn't that widespread enough to cause anything big. The only things that I could see were Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia were the main ones that were affected by the election fraud that kind of helped Joe Biden push them, which is what really won that election, was those states. But also, you have to also put into context that it wasn't only that election frauds, but it was also due to mail-in ballots as well, helping out Joe Biden reach out to Democrat voters. And, some people were deceased thanks to those mail-in ballots that came in months before. And so now you also had deceased voters voting this election. Also, you have to put into account for bad voting machines that are old and miscounted votes as well. Anyways, let me bring up my prediction of what the election map is going to look like, because I did create one, actually. I created an election map. Let me grab it. So, in a Trump versus Biden election, we will see Donald Trump take the states of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Texas, and Alaska. Well, Joe Biden will take the rest of it, the West Coast, obviously, your East Coast and Pennsylvania, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, Colorado, Hawaii, and of course, he will likely barely take New Mexico. So this will be an interesting election, and I have Donald Trump winning 291 to 247. Donald Trump will defeat Joe Biden 291 electoral votes to 247 against sleepy Joe Biden. It is going to be a sort of close election, but Donald Trump will end up coming on top and beating Biden by quite a few electoral votes, reclaiming reclaiming the states that he lost, essentially, reclaiming Nevada and Arizona, and reclaiming Georgia. Those are the important states that Donald Trump will likely focus on and rally in a lot coming into this next election. He'll also likely do lots of rallies in Florida. Also go up to Alaska as well. And we're going to see Joe Biden do a lot of rallying in these states. Or not Joe Biden, Trump doing a lot of rallies in these states. Anyways, that's about the end of this prediction. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure you guys leave a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. And by the way, fuck Dave Meltzer. Thank you guys. Goodbye.